What's good? What's good? I know it's late, but it's a Friday, and I know a lot of us just saw that breaking news live video that the guy did pertaining to how Kenneka Jenkins was really supposed to, all this stuff is allegedly, but it all it makes sense. It makes sense, and it's supposed to be one of the security guards. One of the security guards supposed to came out and told the truth. But one important thing in that video is that um, what's good, everybody? One important thing in that letter that the security guard just released, telling everything that's supposed to happen to Kenneka. One important thing is when he said he watched the surveillance footage of the guys snatching Kenneka onto the elevator and then taking her on to the 11th floor, and she go inside of a room where it's a bunch of supposed to be trainees. Now, if any truth to what the security guard just put out, and if it's any truth to that, then that goes back to what I said a couple of days ago, that when Kenneka wind up in this room with possibly Jalen Ford now has to be um, a major role just as well as Monifa now. And one thing we couldn't understand was, and then y'all just recently hear me say, how can Monifa and them really want justice, but they keeping so many things as a secret? Now we understood why. And those of you who have been around for a while, it was 2 years ago when I said it seemed like to me them kids signed some type of confidentiality. That's why they couldn't talk. That's what the security guard just said. I said that. I said that. And then what we just put up the other day? What did we just watch the other day? The video with Tyrone and them in the room. I just put that up. I said, where is this room? What is they doing? What's going on in this room? Why do they have all of them in that room? That was because they made them all sign confidentiality slips. It makes sense to me. It makes sense. The security guard supposedly came out. Shout out to the brother. I don't know where he got this from, but we still have to approach everything with cautions. And I'm just saying, so far the letter makes sense to me. The guy said, hey, he been living with this for 2 years. He came out, he said, they watched on that footage them beat Kenneka Jenkins from the parking lot all the way to the pool area. He said they stuck a broom up that girl. The security guard said they stuck a broom up that girl and killed her. And then the hotel went upstairs to the room, got Monifa and them, brought them down, and said when Monifa and them came down, Monifa already had Kenneka's shoes. And the security guard even went so far, well, in the letter, I won't refer the letter to the security guard because we that's all we have is a letter that's supposed to surface. And like I said, we still gonna approach everything with cautions. But the security guard said they watched the footage of and I just said the other day, I said these kids could have possibly done something. Something could have happened. And the hotel is trying to cover up for what happened. Not because they was directly involved, it's because they don't want bad business. We understood that. But now, yeah, shout out to the brother Trey Gang. He nailed it down. And like I said, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. And the thing with the trainees, we couldn't really pinpoint that, but this right here put everything in perspective. The security guard said they watched them on that monitor behind that front desk, snatch that girl onto the elevator, watch Monique and them go back in the room, just like they said. So that part they was telling the truth. That part they was telling the truth. Watch them go back in the room on the monitor. Then watch the guys with the hoodie snatch Kenneka onto the elevator. And they took her to the 11th floor. And she went in the room with the trainees. That had to be Jaden 4 in the room. But this how you know it was Jaden 4 in the room. This how you know it was. Because that's how Monique and them got in the footage. That's how Monique and them got in the footage with Jaden 4, because they made them do that. That's why, here's proof that they made them do it. Other than that, they would have made Irene do it. They didn't use Irene. Irene didn't know nothing about it. Well, at that point, man, God bless that girl. So the security guard said they watched on the monitor them beat Kenneka from the parking lot to the pool area. Stuck a broom up that girl. Again, y'all, this stuff is allegedly. Allegedly, we don't know how true it is, but it all makes sense. It all makes sense. I know some of us gonna say, oh, well, it's 2 years later. Hey, it is. Better late than never. But another thing that made sense, we just couldn't figure out why Monique and them was just so quiet about this situation. And then at the same time had to look that girl mother in the face, or her family in the face, and withhold so much information. It's because Rosemont, being the corrupt city that it is, told them kids, look, y'all sign this confidentiality, and if anybody talk, y'all going to jail. They spooked them with that because they spooked them with that because they told them all y'all are responsible for this. And they told them if anybody talk, y'all going to jail. That's how they spooked them. That's why everybody was so quiet. That security guard said they watched on the monitor when Monique and them walked back in that room. The guys on the hoodie snatched Kenneka back on the elevator, took her to the 11th floor. They watched her go in the room. The security guard said he even went up to the room, according to the letter that he put on the internet. Said he went up to the room, knocked on the door, asked him, "What is that girl here?" And they, somebody with a hoodie. But we always heard the story of the guy with the black hoodie, guys with hoodies. And then we were seeing the footage. Training. But there it is again. That's when we was trying to pinpoint when did the Jalen Ford live get filmed. We couldn't pinpoint that. So now we know. It got filmed that same night. But here's another question. When in the hell did they find the time to put Jaden Ford in the exact same type of clothes that Irene was wearing? This here had to go down pretty quick. This had to go down real quick. And I'm going to tell y'all something. If it's any truth to what the security guard is saying, that they watched on the surveillance footage, Kenneka going into the room with the trainees, if it's any truth to that, then that means that Jaden Ford and them is heavily responsible as well. We know that they got to be Jaden Ford and them because we saw Monique and them in the footage with Jaden Ford. And y'all, let me tell you something about Jaden Ford. Let me tell y'all something about Jaden Ford. Now, y'all saw that whole aftermath video I put up today. of Jaden Ford accident, and we see the blue jean clothes laying on the thing on in the picture or whatever. My opinion is Jaden Ford was being chased. Jaden Ford was being chased. They was being chased. That's how that accident happened, if you ask me. But if you look at, here's where we use our common sense. If you look at when Jaden Ford got arrested, and I'm looking at it now, just give me 1 second. Okay, let's just go right here to one article dealing with that car crash. It said Jalen Ford, 19, was charged with driving under the influence during a rollover crash early Monday in a University Village neighborhood that killed one person and injured another. Officers responded about 2:35 a.m. and found a Nissan Altima on its hood in the 1000 block of West Roosevelt, according to Chicago police. And then it goes on to say that Eugenia Walker was found dead. But let me tell y'all something. Now, if we know that this accident happened on a Sunday night, going into a Monday morning, 2:30 in the morning. So if it happened on a Sunday night going into a Monday morning, then we know that it's possible that Monifa and them, Jaden Ford and them, shot that goddamn video Sunday because the accident happened early Monday morning. So the reason why I'm saying they had to shoot that goddamn second live Sunday is because Jaden Ford still had the same red weave in his head to make himself look like Irene. So I'm quite sure he didn't wear that for a couple days. He had to have that on Sunday night going into Monday because Monday is when the car accident happened. So bam, was Jalen Ford was supposed to die in that car crash too? Just like Eugenia Walker? Do that make sense to y'all? We know how bad the accident was because the other person that was sitting in the passenger seat fucking cracked his spine. Him or her, but they kind of like kept that concealed a little bit. They wanted to keep it all concealed, but it makes sense. If any truth to what that security guard said, that they watched Kenneka walk into that room on the 11th floor, and he said the room was full of trainees, so there had to be Jaden Ford in the room. Y'all recall what I said the other day? People got in rooms and look up and like, damn, what the fuck is going on? So, here's a question. If it's true what Shamaya said, she watched Kenneka walk in the hallway, throw her head between her legs, and just say, "Hey, I'm ready to go. I want my mama." If that's true, when did that happen? Because according to the security guard, all the hell didn't break loose until Monifa and them walked back in the room, and when the guys grabbed Kenneka on the elevator. That's when all the hell broke loose. So when did Shamaya see Kenneka fall down, sitting on the floor with her head in her legs, saying, "Oh, I want my mama"? When did she see that? The reason why I'm saying Shamaya probably lying is because if all hell didn't break loose until Monifa went back in the room, what would be a reason for Kenneka to feel that way? Y'all get what I'm saying? If it's true what that security guard letter just put out, If that's true, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense because it's not protecting that statement that the security guard put out. It's not protecting the hotel. It's not protecting the um the people at the party. It's not protecting nobody. It sort of exposed everything. It did just that, and it filled in some gaps. To me, it makes sense. But uh, see, that letter raised bigger questions. Okay, if that's true, again, who would want to hurt that girl that way and to go to those measures to stick a broom up her? Come on now. Stick a broom up in her? The security guard said when he walked out there, he saw that her lip was busted and all that. It makes sense. And we all been on this thing for so long that we would have quickly picked off if it was some nonsense. I ain't saying that people can't get one over on us, but hey, this one right here would be a tough one. And again, it raised a bigger question because who would want to hurt this girl like this? And was her getting killed a message to somebody else? Did she get killed because of somebody else problem or what somebody else did? Because that's overkill. And then I'm gonna tell y'all, the whole thing to go to Rosemont was that right there. I couldn't really grasp that because people really from Chicago, especially the youngsters, they don't really go to Rosemont like that. I mean, to go to the airport, when I fly, that's what airport I go to. It may be events happen around the area, but a lot of us from Chicago, we don't really be. Rosemont is not a place that's normally, for people to go to, especially to have a party. A lot of that stuff that guy was saying in that letter, whoever wrote the letter, we don't know. It could have been a woman. It could have been anybody, but just reading the letter, it makes me think that it's one of the security guards, and it all makes sense. And then the guy that was playing the video, Trey Gang, he was matching the videos up with the letter, and it made perfectly good sense. Even when you saw, but here's the thing though. Here's another big question. When the security guard said the manager went up to the room and got Monifa and them, brought them down to the pool area to see Kenneka's body. Monifa walked up with Kenneka's shoes in her hand. Remember the guy said that her socks. And do y'all recall just recently I did a video when they released the pictures of her laying in the freezer, and I kept saying, why is her pockets turned out? Remember when I kept saying, why is her pockets turned inside out? There it is. That security guard answered that question. He said when they was in the pool area, change was all over the floor and everything. And then I think he said she was naked. He said that girl been raped multiple times. And then he said they beat Kenneka from the parking lot of the hotel all the way to the pool area. Raped her. And this the world we live in. So some of us are saying, damn, you mean to tell me these people watched all that and wouldn't even call the police? They watched all this happen on their property and wouldn't even call the police. They watched the girl get beat from the parking lot to the pool area, and possibly what went down on the pool area. Y'all remember they were saying they found feces in the pool? Hell yeah, they gonna find feces in the pool. If there's any truth to what the security guard's saying, they stuck a damn broom in Kenneka, if that's true. If that's true. If that's true, that's the reason why. And listen, okay, so if Jalen Ford and them shot that live video that Sunday, which would have been the 10th, going into the 11th, which would have been the next day, Monday, and the accident happened early Monday morning at 2:35, then that means they possibly had to been shooting that live Sunday going into Monday. And we know that Kenneka body was found that Saturday night. Kenneka body was found on the 10th. On the 10th. That was that Saturday. So Jalen Ford and them shot the fucking live the next day. So here's another answer. So a lot of people say, just like we heard Irene said, well, Monifa, when her mother and them went back up to the hotel, why you ain't come back up there with us? That's why she ain't come back up there. Yeah, she was up there, but not with Teresa and them. She was up there doing that fucking live. Y'all get what I'm saying? That's why she couldn't go back up there with them. That's why she couldn't go back up there with them. Because she was doing that live with Jalen Ford now. And listen. Didn't I just release the video? I just did a video this week saying how it was all fake when they arrested Monifa. Now y'all see why. Now y'all see why. They had to get out of there. I said, come on now. You're going too far. You're doing too much. So to whisk her off into the jail cell, that was fake. I kept telling y'all when we was watching all this stuff, when it first happened, emotions were high. So now a couple years down the line, we sitting back and we watching it with a different eye. We got a different view, different mindset, different understanding. Things are more clearer. We looking at things different now. We seeing the same footage, but we watching the same footage, but we seeing it totally different now. And I'm telling you, it make perfectly good sense. And that accident. Y'all see what I'm talking about? The video I put up this evening. Look at the car. Look how the blue jean clothing just laying there. So that's another reason why I'm saying. Another reason why I'm saying that they had to just got through shooting that goddamn fake live video. So was the plan to have Jalen Ford and them shoot the live video again and kill him? Because them they was being chased. And y'all, where that accident at? I drive down that goddamn street just about every other day. You're not finna be doing no damn 90 miles per hour through there, period. Unless you being chased. Too much police activity. And that's a college area. That's a college area. And that's what I think. Security guard said they watched Kenneka and them walk into that room on the 11th floor. Security guard said it was multiple parties. He said when he got on his shift, it was multiple parties. Security guard said they watched Kenneka walk into that room on the 11th floor with the guys in the hoodie. With the guys in the hoodie. Security guard said the hotel made Monique and them put her in a bag. That's why they ain't saying nothing, because the hotel pulled the move on them where it said, look, we gonna cover up what y'all did or what y'all let happen, and y'all go sign some confidentialities. Anybody speak out, you going to jail. That's how they scared him. That's why everything was so disarray. That's why everything was so puzzled. That's why we was all over the place. We couldn't figure out, like, damn, all these goddamn people at this party and won't nobody talk. Won't nobody talk. That's why they made them sign. And I said that. Anybody that been around that know me from the beginning, I know you got to recall me saying, I said that. I said it's possible that they made them kids sign some papers where they won't talk. And now look. So, is Monique and Irene gonna come on out with the rest of the story? Is they gonna come on out with some verification? Because I know they're gonna see this if they ain't already saw it. If they ain't already saw this. That letter make perfectly good sense to me. That letter made perfectly good sense to me. And Zach death has something to do with that. Zach death has something to do with that case. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all notice how they took Zach's YouTube channel down right before VH1 and MTV show came out? Y'all know why they took his channel down? Because they didn't want Zach narrative interfering with the bullshit narrative that they was about to put out. That's why they done that. If they could have, they'd erased all our shit. And then because Zach Zach got interviews from people that attended the party, and they didn't. But hey, the letter the security guard put out, it makes sense to me. It all add up. Said he watched it For those of you just coming in, the security guard said he watched Monique and them. And they watched this on the monitor. We always said they gotta have cameras on that ninth floor. Security guard said they watched Kenneka and Shamaya walk Kenneka out in that hallway. Watched them two go back in the room. Watched them guys with the hoodie snatch Kenneka onto the elevator, take her up to the 11th floor. They watched on again on the monitor. Kenneka walk in the party on the 11th floor with them. And next thing you know, they down in the parking lot, and they beat Kenneka from the parking lot to the pool area. They found in the pool area naked, no clothes on, a broom stuck up inside of her. Oh, that's sad. That's crazy. That's crazy. So that's why, that's another reason, y'all, when we saw the footage of them letting Teresa see her in the kitchen, that's another reason why they didn't want Teresa to touch the body. That's another reason they had the damn blanket and everything zipped all the way up and packed up to her neck, so they couldn't see all this stuff being done to her. That's why the clothes was quickly put on in the freezer. That's why we saying it looked like her clothes and down. Yeah, they quickly tried to put it on so they could show Teresa now. And so they could take them pictures and make it look like she really walked through that hallway, which we know she didn't. We always knew that. And like I said, y'all, I said it, I'm gonna say it again. Why did they do it like that though? Even on the news and the internet and all these crime shows that we watch today with the psychotic serial rapers, and all this stuff, they don't even go that far. Some of them don't. The average guy down to do all of that, beat up from the parking lot to the pool area, then rape her, then do all that stuff. That's overkill. Sound like revenge. That sound like revenge. Revenge for what? And revenge for who? And revenge on who? I mean, damn. Who damn. Who would want to do that? And again, Monique and them knew everything. So, and then go back to when they kept saying all these trainees in the hotel. We saw some of it, ourselves on the footage. And then Monique and them saying, oh, they got this, the party was supposed to be for Irene and they gay friend. All this crazy stuff. But if any truth to that letter, they went back in that room they had to be. The room Jaden Ford was in. And ain't that crazy, y'all, how the security guard said that the manager and them went up to the room, got Monique for them, brought them back down to the pool area. And Monifa already had the girl's shoes in her hand, so that means Monifa knew a hell of a lot. But check this out. Here's the big question. When the hotel went back up and got Monifa and them, what party did he go get them from? Because if they went back upstairs and got them from Irene's room, then Irene know everything. And far as what we know, that was supposedly been the only room that Monifa was at, was Irene room, until they had to go to the other room and shoot the other live with Jalen Ford, which is the hotel made them do that. Y'all remember me saying, who orchestrated this? Because Monifa was too dumb. I can't see them orchestrating that. Man, it's sad. But hey, like I said, all this stuff is allegedly. I guess more truth to come out in the coming days. Hopefully it do. But man, we see what happened in the coming days. I got a video I'm gonna put up tomorrow, with Jalen Ford. Y'all know how we do. We get in, drop the information, and get up out of there. But if that's the way Kenneka went out, y'all, and God bless her soul. And so if that's the case, then it sounds about right. It's just like we heard Lenora say, man, my sister hair was all over her head, looked like she was fighting. Yeah, she was fighting and being beaten from the parking lot all the way to the pool area, then raped. That's why they concealed her body like that. They didn't want Teresa and them to see that. They wanted Teresa and the family and the world to believe that she walked down the hallway into a freezer. Y'all know what time it is. One love. Let's do what we